Synth TV.
Oh, hi, my name's Ian, and this is the Nina. Nina is a 12-voice analog polysynth with motorized knobs. So we developed these motorized knobs ourselves because, synthesizers have been, well, we think anyway, synthesizers have been screaming for motorized knobs since they started, because as soon as they were able to recall presets, then the problem was that, the knobs are sitting in the wrong place. And that problem's kind of been hanging around, and the recent popularity of synths coming back again has sort of brought back that old problem, and being able to change presets and then the knobs now all leak to the right place is a really great thing. I mean, it's fun, it's useful. You can see how patches are created that other people have made. You can quickly modify, pick up from exactly where the patch is, and change it. And it's great for live performance and sound design. And really, we think it's where all these kind of things need to go. We made them ourselves. They're based on the development of motors that's happened in the drone world. And these motors they're super reliable, super high res, super strong, and they're also come down to a price where you can actually do this. I mean, you could have technically done this 20 years ago, but it would have been so expensive. It would have been ridiculous. So it's still a high-end price unit, and but it's also a 12-voice analog module, so it's got to run through it. It's kind of a classic analog synth plus a wavetable synth in one. So like you've got two oscillators. We made the oscillators ourselves. They're a discrete transistor circuit with a variable width control. Then you blend with a saw wave. Sorry, kitty. And you blend the saw triangle with the square and set the levels of the two oscillators. And there's this sub oscillator. It goes into the filters through an overdrive circuit. So the overdrive lets you kind of go from sort of clean signal all the way to heavily distorted. And it's a Robert Moog designed ladder filter with resonance and cutoff 24 dB per octave. There's an envelope for the filter, and then there's a final envelope, which is actually a stereo envelope at the end of each voice. And there's a spin control with a kind of, because our VCAs are what's called through zero or inverting, and so they can do a sort of stereo wide effect, and we use that in our spin function. And then the other thing that's cool that we have is a morph, and because our controls are motorized, our morph lets you all the knobs all move as you go between the two sounds, and that way you can see each as you morph between the two sounds, you can see exactly the position of all the controls that are in it. The mod matrix is the next thing to talk about. When you go into mod mode, again, the motorized controls kind of then come into their own. Along the bottom here, you've got all modulation sources. So like the LFO. So if I hit the LFO, then all the knobs will move to they are the mod destinations. So as you can see, the LFO is slightly affecting oscillator 3's tune and oscillator 2's tune, and the keyboard, which is the note number, is then mapped fully to the tuning, so that the oscillators will follow the keys that are played, and so on. So each modulation source, you can quickly see where it's going. So it's like a layered, stack up of all these controls through all there. So you don't need to go to the LCD and look through a long list of A modulates B by the amount. It's just right there. The expression pedal, we can model how much you want it to affect the drive, and the mod wheel, how much you want it to affect the cutoff, and then as you see, as you flick between the expression and the mod wheel, it's now shows you where those positions are. So you kind of got quick analysis of the mod setup and quick changes to it. The other thing we can do is, because we've got 12 voices, we've got up to 4 layers. They can either be keyboard splits or they can be stack ups across the same notes. And the final thing in the chain is the effects, and the effects are done digitally on the main stereo output. We've got a reverb, a chorus, and a delay, and you set them up. This controls the send level, and you set them up in the on the screen. So there's also a basic sequencer. It's just a 16-step sequencer, which is polyphonic. That you know, and you attach the sequence to each preset. Yeah, otherwise we've got 4 analog outputs and 4 analog inputs. The analog inputs can be lines or CVs. If they're lines, you can route the sound into the synth engine itself, and so you can and each layer can choose a different input. If they're CVs, then the CVs get fed into the modulation matrix, so as CVs are. And finally, it's got USB. It's got USB hosting. It can host the keyboard, or you can plug a USB drive in to get patches in and out, import banks of patches, and wavetables. We support for the wavetables. It's got a whole library of built-in wavetables, but also you can load in your own wavetables that you produce on whatever your favorite program is, be it Serum or whatever. We've got a bass sound, and yeah, it can do a wide variety. This is a very sort of nice wavetable-y sound, and you can go to something more sort of you see, you've got a sort of a blend of classic analog and wavetable kind of glitter over the top. And here we've got a lovely anchor presets here done by Matt Johnson from Jamiroquai, who he's done a review on YouTube, and he did an awesome set of patches that you can download and included on the unit now, but they're also up on our website. And I particularly like this one. Yeah, so it's a very versatile synth. It's actually quite amazing how many different sounds you can make on this old classic architecture. That, you know, really the kind of the mini Moog Voyager, that kind of legacy is really what we're building on, and yeah, it's great.
To find out more about the Nina from Melbourne Instruments, please visit their website and check out the description below this video. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to CatSynth TV.
You are watching CatSynth TV.